Alrighty then, I went ahead and alt-tabbed myself and just had a good old time watching Achievement Hunter nonsense on YouTube, and alt-tab back after watching 2 videos, and look at that, daytime, so inertial dampener's on, let's take off, and let's see if we can find that bloody crash ship. Hopefully we'll have better luck than we did at night. Honestly, we could just go to a good altitude and we'll probably find it that way, since now we can actually see what's on the ground. And if memory serves, if there's any sort of crater, which I think there was, we should be able to see some sort of deformation from up high. That might be it right there where I'm aiming. So let's go ahead and take ourselves back down that way, shall we? And hopefully not crash into the ground. Oh god. I've just had such a terrible record today, haven't I? Oh, so many ships lost. I really should just try to kill my momentum in any sort of direction, just go down. I don't think that's it anymore. I think the disturbance I saw was just these trees. Maybe that's it, dead ahead, that tiny little bit. I do sort of remember we were checking on a hill when I ballsed it up. It's just, oh, we don't balls it up again. Yeah, I think that's it. Awesome, I think we found it. That didn't take long at all. Besides the whole me sitting AFK for an hour thing, waiting for the sun to come up. I could have, I guess, just exited game and then loaded it back up and saved it, but I don't know. It just felt cheaty. I'd rather know that I did my time for my mistakes and had to pay for it. Alrighty, come on, let's land this down here without blowing it to bits, shall we? Cool. That went well. And now let's go ahead and just do what we were going to do anyway, which is grab our grinder and grind everything away. Yay! This is going to take a while. My inventory is going to get full like 1,001 times. Luckily, I think, can I put everything in here through this cargo? No, I can't, because the cargo container is, this port I'm accessing is too small. What about from back here? How's this set up again? Could I cut a hole directly through here? There's an antenna right there. What the? There's an antenna on this ship. Holy hell. I could have been using that more efficiently to look for nodes and stuff in the past. Okay, whatever. What's done is done. What's done is done. I'm just going to clear a little space here so we can get to the cargo container a bit more easily. And drop everything in there. Cool. Even that, honestly. And let's even, you know what, it's a bit silly to have to go even those like 10 feet. We have enough power here to last us an hour just hovering. So let's just hover the ship over like so. And hopefully not destroy anything with our thrusters. And let's honestly just get out and grind it down and put stuff directly in there. Even though it would appear that the ship is slowly coming down on its own. Brilliant. You're not supposed to be doing that. Why are you doing this? Can't even get low enough to place blocks under that anymore. What the why you do this? Here, I stand up under there, it'll push it back up a tiny little bit. Do it again. It's a silly mechanic, but there. That should hover down until that hits the ground and then stop, hopefully. And most important thing to keep an eye on right now is just to make sure I don't get my inventory full and destroy the components we're gathering from this, because of course we're going to need all these components to build another ship to replace our follies here. And of course it'll be a more advanced ship than what we've currently got, because of course I'll be probably making it with large thrusters. Probably similar to the thing we're actually putting supplies into, except for I really just want to start the ship from scratch. Are you telling me the cargo container's full? Right. I forgot, we're not on times 55 trillion inventory, so we can't quite do that, can we? Yikes. You know, something I really should have done, by the way, is selected home base and gone ahead and set to build reactor components in the evening too. That would have been smart, all that AFK time. Great. What do we do here? Well, we can go ahead and hop into the connector and just drop stuff into the connector. Wow, it filled up quick. We do have all this worthless stone on us, though. We can drop all this. No. Not in the cockpit, I meant drop. As in onto the ground. There we go. Cool. So that'll give us some little tiny bit more space to store stuff. Maybe even more than I expected. Bit of a faff this. A bit of a fuck up, honestly. Well, it's actually a massive one, ain't it? We've known it's been a massive screw up for a while now. Boy oh boy oh boy. Boy oh boy oh boy. Alright, I think I got about all I can carry. I'm just gonna have to go back and forth a bit. It's pretty Well, so far this is what singular survival has been, hasn't it? A lot of sage thinking things would be much easier than they have turned out to be. I get the feeling I might have been terrifyingly spoiled by the times whatever that we've always played joint survival at. Meaning that coming back to a world that is actually seems a bit more balanced, honestly, means I'm making a few faux pas here and there. But honestly, I think it's worth it to sort of get a better feel for the game, and honestly, I'm enjoying it a fair amount. The pacing feels more correct, honestly. Let's not crash this here. I love that. Like, oh no, I overshot it. I'll correct in such a strange way. Let's hope we don't crash this. We're gonna, aren't we? We're gonna faux this to bits. It's like I have to land it like a helicopter. I'm doing a terrible job. And of course, I'm so terrified at losing it, I'm panicking a small bit. We'll land it on the landing pad that we're pretty much right over. Gotta fly backwards a little tiny bit. There we go. Bring ourselves down, nice and easy like. We're actually going to try to connect the connector there in a second. I'll line it up and then I'm actually going to connector it back on. Bring this down, hop out and cut off that metal bar, of course. And the ship seems like it has this mind of its own half the time where it likes to just drift downwards. Oh, well, I didn't line it up as well. But I was figuring, mind of its own, it drifts downwards, it'll just automatically drift and line itself up. Of course, that hasn't happened, has it? So let's move it over a little bit, forward a little bit, down far more than I expected. Okay, and press B. Should have locked it. Cool. So now we can go to our inventory, go to main storage, there we go, and just start shifting everything into that. Even some uranium, because of course we got some, it's dragging the uranium out and putting it elsewhere, I guess. And then we'll go to this and we'll just shift everything to there. Small reactor. Oh, it's like, hey, don't take my stuff away. Connector. Oh, it's leaving oxygen bottles in there. Other small reactor. It's also, it's funny, I take this stuff out any seconds. Yeah, it's funneling it back in very slowly. Let's drop all this as well. Oh no, don't tell me large cargo container's full. Oh wait, what? Oh, it can't shift these through there because the piping's so stupid. Right, of course. Oh, it's so fucking stupid that the pipes to allow stuff to go from some of this just isn't set up right at all. Where was that? The stuff we couldn't get out. It wasn't from the cockpit, it was from the cargo container. The one spot you would expect it definitely to be set up. I guess it's a mining ship, so we weren't expecting you to have proper supplies in there, but still a nuisance when it's like, oh yeah, you can't transfer anything from that. Sorry! There we go. And now, come on, let me connect. Connect. Fine. You know what? We'll just connect through here. Ha! Ha 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 ha. Ha, because I believe you can now transfer stuff, yeah, through your inventory into the cockpit and then into the actual system. Groovy! Everything's dropped off safe and sound. Since we're, in the process of retrofitting, we might as well grind this down. I think I'll have enough room. Yeah, I did. Put that there. We'll grind you down too. And let's go ahead and actually just start, well, first, I was going to say let's grind the rest of this down first. Well, I think the best solution really is to go make sure we've gotten what we left out there, gotten the platinum we needed, because I think we found platinum there, wasn't it? It's obviously been a little while for me. And then we'll make our way back here once again and finish dropping off anything. Oh, I should also go ahead and make sure that any ore that was in this facility, this machine, has also been removed. And it would appear to have been. Good. Okay, cool. So let's disengage the landing locks, disengage the other thing, take off the connector, turn off those lights because we don't need that, and fly ourselves back out to our crash ship and gather what else we can. God almighty, it feels like it takes forever to get there. I know it doesn't really. It's just I'm very used to ships with a million engines that instantly accelerate and all this ridiculous BS because of the ease we can build in other survival series, and also because I spend too much time in creative. But honestly, this isn't too bad. And of course, it's nice to have some sort of struggle instead of just instantly like, okay, click, done! Here's the thing! Proof of concept done in 2 seconds! No struggle at all! What do you mean it was supposed to be more difficult than that? Why? This wasn't platinum, this was silver, wasn't it? Because I don't even think it is platinum on planets. And, I've just decided before we go ahead and grind the rest of that down, we might as well grab that silver, because we're still going to need some silver. Jesus. My depth perception was way off there, wasn't it? I'm like, oh yeah, it's right in front of me. No, it's 200 miles away. The way to the outer shell. You know what, honestly, I'm not doing this. Screw this. It's just going to take me like 3 months, and I know sooner or later I'm going to screw up, and I'm just going to end up with a bunch of stone in my cargo container. I'm just going to do it by hand and keep upgrading my drills until I can build like a big heavy-duty drilling structure. Okay, let's just park it right there. That's good. And let's continue gathering supplies. There we go. That's pretty much everything. You'll be happy to know that I only destroyed one little block of uranium. All the other ones I successfully managed to pick up. Ha-ha! Bit embarrassing that I did destroy one, but, well, eggs and all that. If you're going to make an omulant, that's what we're making now. We're making an omulant. God dang it. Where's the damn silver? Okay, let's mine as much of this as we can as well, shall we? Seems like I was able to fit everything, by the way, into the cargo container. Not cargo container, the connector. I didn't actually end up using the cargo container or anything. So I'm guessing that I had a lot more extra room in there this time just because of the amount of ores and whatnot I had laying around inside the ship previously. Okay, let's do some mining. There we go, mined it out a bit. You can see I didn't actually collect anything as I went. I kind of sort of adjusted the mining. That way I didn't accidentally pick up a mountain of stone. Looking at it now, actually I think that was the right decision, because now I don't have to worry about emptying my inventory of too much stone. Let's go ahead and just select you, cargo, and just drop off all this, and we'll just literally drop the excess stone that I did end up accidentally picking up a little of. It's funny how blue this silver is. It almost looks like some sort of Vasa. Water. And I picked up more stone. Fantastical. Overall, though, I think we got a fair amount of silver. We should be able to continue producing better tools. I'll be able to get a better drill, so next thing we decide we need to mine, we'll be better off with. I have no idea what I was trying to type in there, by the way. Mega container, I think, maybe? I don't know. Either way, there we go. Most of the stone, or most of the stuff in here is now just stone. This should be pretty much all silver, so I think I can hold T-wall mining a little bit more of this. And then, of course, we have all that silver that's sitting to my right to pick up in a moment. You can see we've gotten down to the grass that is below the stone, or in the stone, or however you want to say it. Did I miss any in here? No. Can I just throw like a Molotov in there and burn away all that damn stone? Pisses me off, stone in this game so much. They need to have a machine that just filters through it and gives you something back for it. Shoo! Yeah, 60-something thousand silver should be more than we need. So I'll grab the last little bits here, and then we'll head back to base. And we, of course, now have our ship that we had crashed completely mined away. I'll probably delete the platinum beacon that I put here and put a new one in right here named silver. That way, if we do find ourselves in need of more silver, we can come back here nice and quick like. And yeah, that should be pretty simple and straightforward. Yeah, job done. Job done, finally. Now we just have to build another ship that isn't going to just explode on us, right? That one actually had coordinates too, I double checked that. Okay, back to base. There we go, back at base. I've dropped everything off. Let's disconnect this ship, that way it's not attempting to draw more stuff into its little dinky reactors that we don't want really powered. And let's go ahead and go to production tab. Alright, if I'm going to do that, I should actually be accessing the base's controls. There. Cool. Production tab. First off, set ourselves to assembling. And let's go ahead and try to build ourselves... What do we need this? Yeah, platinum we don't have. But we do have silver ingots, so we'll build ourselves one of those so we can get that. But let's also go ahead and remember how many reactor components we need to build that large reactor for the ship we want to put together. So, here we go. Large reactor, we need 95 reactor components. That seems like a number we should have been able to reach, but I guess we couldn't. So let's just go ahead and try to queue up 95 reactor components, shall we? Says I don't have enough, but let's do it. There, a click of 100. It's making them. Wow, it's making them really quickly, too. I thought I had this at, like, standard construction speed, but it's just cooking them out. So we were able to build 30 before we ran out of the supplies. And it seems like, according to this, we've run out of silver, we've run out of gravel, or we've run out of iron, we've run out of gravel, and we've run out of silver, according to this. Yikes. Okay, well, fair is fair. We tried. We're going to give up now and run away and never look at the save file again because it's so terrible. No, fair is fair. We got 22 there. We now have 27 here, and then the other 30 we just built there. So that would be almost enough. And if memory serves... Oh, so damn close. So damn close. Okay. Oh, and let's also go ahead and grab our lovely drill. Boop, and drop off the old drill into assembler 4. And as per usual, go ahead and set this to disassemble and get rid of that. There we are. And once again, let's just click reactor. Well, I had enough now, so it looks like iron might actually be our main holdup at this point. So the simplest resource of all, iron, we're just going to go grab some. I know where there is some, because of course we lost that one ship that one time. And let's also go ahead and just search up the word hydrogen. So we have a hydrogen tank here. We even have an oxygen generator here. And what we want to do is, first off, just take you and put you in there, so that should be refilled, groovy. And then second off, just to make sure there's no other hydrogen tanks laying about not filled. Looks like they're all filled. There's a trillion of them at that. And now let's go ahead and replace our tool with our brand new tool. Da-da-da! Awesome. Blue. Purplish blue. I'd say more purple than anything, honestly. And then let's fly out to that iron field we were mining in ages ago. Here we are. Look at that. Tons and tons of iron. And still some scrap that we never cleaned up, the bits that we cut off to save weight. So let's just go ahead, gather up some of this, and head back to base. Right. I have an inventory issue. Look, Ma! I'm back at base! So obviously I came back to base right away, and had actually remembered while I was out there that we probably have some iron already, and sure as eggs are eggs, we most definitely do have a fair amount of iron. So now let's go back to our production tab. It's built 2 more of them, yay! How many do we need? We had like 70-ish something, so we need, well, 30-ish more. Let's just queue it up and see how many we can build. Okay, let's just do it like this, so we're not queuing up more than we would possibly need. Who knows, we could end up needing more. It's saying we're low on silver, but of course we're producing more silver. We got the 30 we need. We're just going to cancel that. We're going to go to our assembler page here. Wo bist du? Danke. And we have the 100 reactor components we need to construct a proper large ship reactor. So now what we're going to go ahead and do is grind this down, store our reactor components in here, as well as this metal. We're going to grind this down. We're going to probably leave that ship for now, honestly. But then we're going to start building a new structure, a new ship to go ahead and get some stuff done. And I'm not going to show you me grinding this whole thing down, because that would be a bit silly, wouldn't it? 100 hours of me just doing this right now. Unless, of course, I fast forward, which I don't think I will do. Unless I am right now. Unless while you're hearing my voice, the footage is actually playing at some ridiculous time speed to show me progressing away and cutting down the whole ship. That would make sense, wouldn't it? There we go. And there we go. Everything has been torn down. I hate the fact that those power cells only give you scrap metal. Really, they should give you something that's going to be converted back into the materials to build them. That way, it's a bit of a faff if you want to just tear them down and rebuild them. And it still has... basically, the faff is there to make up for the fact that you do get one that starts out with a little bit of power when you first start it. So, I don't have the construction component I need for that startup. Interior plates, was it? Or construction components? Well, we got a fair bit of both now, don't we? So, let's start our new ship up right here. And let's try to plan this ship out a bit better than we did in the past. We remember we got all those hydrogen tanks, so I'm not going to worry about not flying as much as I did in the past. First off, let's start out with a lovely little connector. Hello, Timothy. How are you doing today?